Welcome to my blog .stampwithelaine.com and welcome to my Bear Hugs bundle series. This is a series of 4 cards running on 4 consecutive Wednesdays commencing 20th of April through to May 11th. Today is the 3rd in the series. Week 1 we did this card, week 2 was this card, and today is the 3rd in the series, and this week's card is what I would call an extreme card for the avid crafter. Inside the card is a pop-up element, and the aim of this series was to use every stamp and element there is in the Bear Hugs bundle. So today I've given the fish and the skirt an airing. Apart from the Bear Hugs bundle with the stamp set and matching dies, I've used this lovely As a Tree stamp set. This stamp set is as old as the hills. It was one of the first stamp sets I bought when I became a demonstrator, and that's over 7 years ago. So it's in the original clamshell box, and you can see it's much loved, and the image we're going to be using is this tree here. For your guard base you'll need a Whisper White thick cardstock cut at 4 1/8 inches by 11 3/4 inches. That's half a sheet of A4 size, and that's 10.5 by 30 centimetres. For the inside of the card, the pop-up section, you will need the Whisper White standard cardstock. This is much thinner, and it's 3 3/4 inches by 11 inches, which is 9.5 by 28 centimetres. You'll need some crumb cake scrap for cutting the bears. You need 2 big bears and 1 baby bear. The chocolate chip cardstock has been cut at 3 1/4 inches by 5 1/2 inches, so that's 9.5 centimetres by 14 centimetres. This garden green piece has been cut at 3 3/4 inches by 3/4 inches, so that's 14 centimetres by 2 centimetres. Need some scrap in real red, that's for the little heart, and some scrap of Whisper White for cutting the fish and on the front. The wood grain embossing folder, I've put a piece of vellum in mine which stays there permanently. I've stuck it down with some sellotape, and the reason I've done that is because the grooves for the wood grain is very deep. It just prevents it from breaking up your cardstock when you run the embossing folder through the Big Shot. The inks I'm using are basic black archival ink, chocolate chip classic ink, garden green, marina mist, and crushed curry. The Whisper White craft ink. The fringe scissors for cutting the grass. If you haven't got one, you can just snip it with a pair of scissors. The itty bitty accents punch, we need the little heart from in there. A 2 1/2 inch circle punch, and the washi tape punch. A wink of Stella, and an aqua painter, and a sponge dauber. Now we've gathered all our supplies, and that was quite a long list. First thing we do is take your chocolate chip cardstock and your 2 1/2 inch punch and centre that onto your cardstock and punch. Take the embossing folder with the logo on top, insert your cardstock in multi-purpose platform, embossing plates, tab 1, embossing folder with your cardstock in, top cutting plate, and then you're ready to run it through the Big Shot. Next, take your Whisper White craft ink and just run it across the embossed cardstock. And because it's a pigment ink, it will take a long time to dry, so just set that aside while you work on the other elements of the card. So I'm going to stamp Mama and Papa Bear. This is for the mother bear and the father bear. It's the same stamp. I need 2 of those. I want to get all my stamping done for die cutting. So this time I'm using basic black, and I'm going to need a skirt, a fish, and a bow tie, maybe 2 bow ties. Bring back our magnetic platform, base cutting plate, items I need for die cutting onto the magnetic platform. Now sometimes the dies will jump like it does here because the magnets are polarizing the metal, so it won't stay. So just stick it down with washi tape. Then you'll put the top cutting plate on and you're ready to run it through the Big Shot. As we've got so many ink pads, first I'm going to colour in the bow and the skirt. Squeeze the ink pad to transfer the ink from the ink pad onto the lid, so I can use it as a palette. Get the chocolate chip dauber and daub one of the larger bears in chocolate chip around the edges. Just for speed, put some glue dot, it's going to go there, so put some glue dots on this side. So that you can attach the baby bear, and you want his arms to stick out. Mama bear. Tombow again. Stamp Love You Papa Bear, washi tape punch, centre it on your wording, sponge dauber all around the edges, dimensionals on the back, centre it on the front, itty bitty accents punch, a couple of hearts, glue dots on the back, your front down. Now we need to do the inside. Measure, say, about 3/4 of an inch down, so that's 2 centimeters, and just draw a very light line across. You're not going to see it anyway. Just do it by eye, and you just want to cut slots down to this line here. And that's basically your pop-up mechanism. We're doing extra ones here because of the grass, so just fold it toward you. And then away from you, just to reinforce those lines properly. And you want those to pop up. You can see how it works. So these the centre and the two outer ones fold inward like so. This is garden green ink and I'm using this stamp from Lovely as a Tree. Here's a little trick. If you're not sure whether all the ink has taken, then put this T-bar from your Stamp-A-Majig against your block if you're using a wooden block. And see, I haven't stamped that properly, so now because the T-bar's there, I can go back in and stamp again. Going to squeeze my ink pad again, take my aqua painter and just look as though it's a sun. Clean my aqua painter on a piece of kitchen towel. Take the Marina Mist ink pad and then just paint a lake. And ink up the fish stamp. Stamp this sentiment, wishing you a day full of sunshine and a lake full of fish, in Marina Mist. Put glue dots to adhere that skirt to the bear. Glue dot to the back of the fish so I can put the linen thread on there, and another glue dot on top so it doesn't come off. And then I can pop that together like that. Threaded the linen thread through this needle and then get it to the right height. More glue dots and stick it on the back of that to secure it, and snip it off. Use the fringe scissors to cut some grass. You might not want it all even, so you could go in between and snip some more to make the grass a bit finer. Glue your insert to the inside of the card, so you need to make sure that the pop-up section is popping up, as it were, and folded like so. Can you see that? Then, best way to do it is with Tombow glue, because that will give you a bit of wiggle room. And you want to butt it up to just inside the score line with an even border all round, and then shut the card on itself. And then next do the top. And then bring the front of the card down and close it. Next, a bit of glue on the front of this middle panel so you can stick your bear on. You want glue on this two outer panels and also a bit on the bear so you can stick your grass on. So I would put the grass down like this so that it aligns with the pop-up part, and then close your card and your grass should stick on like that. There you have it. I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial for this pop-up card. Instead of the rolling titles on my video, you will find a list of supplies I use below this video in the Show More section. They have direct links to my online store. They will also be listed on my blog. You can also connect with me through my Facebook page, Pinterest, or my YouTube channel here at stampwithelaine.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon. Don't forget, the last of the Bear Hugs bundle will be next Wednesday, so do pop back and see what I've got in store for you for the series finale.